Bryce Canyon National Park is one of the most unique national parks in the United States. If you're heading to Bryce with kids, allow us to tell you how to make the most of your visit, including activities for kids and the best, relatively easy hikes. For starters, make sure to grab a copy of our Bryce Canyon Scavenger Hunt for Kids linked in the description below. It'll keep your little ones engaged while in the park and on the trails as they search for wildlife, fun finds in nature, and of course, fascinating hoodoo formations. As you wind through Red Canyon on your way into the park, you'll pass through a really cool rock arch before coming to the welcome sign where you'll definitely want to get out and snap a family pic. And by this point, your kids will have already checked off 2 things from the scavenger hunt. Be sure to stop by the Visitor Center for an educational experience to learn about the local area and its geology, and to pick up a Junior Ranger book with even more kid-friendly activities to do while at Bryce Canyon. Once complete, your kids can be sworn in as honorary Junior Rangers. The primary road cutting through the park follows the rim of the main attraction for much of its 18 miles. So if you've got really little ones or anyone in your party has limited mobility, know that there are plenty of lookout spots with absolutely breathtaking views that don't require lengthy hiking. From April to October, free shuttle buses serve the popular facilities and overlooks, so you can leave the driving to someone else. If you're ready to hit the trails, however, there are a few options for family-friendly hikes depending on the stamina of your young adventurers. Rim Trail stretches 11 miles between Fairyland Point and Bryce Point, but don't let the length of the trail overwhelm you. It's a flat, easy trail that connects the various lookout points, so you could always utilize the free shuttle and take a leisurely stroll from one lookout point to the next. For example, Sunrise Point to Sunset Point is just a mile on a paved trail and offers some of the best vistas in the park overlooking Bryce Amphitheater. We, however, wanted to get a closer view of the hoodoos. The Queen's Garden and Navajo Loop is a 2.9-mile moderately strenuous but oh so rewarding hike down into the Bryce Amphitheater. We started the descent down from Sunset Point on the Navajo Loop Trail, which features the iconic Thor's Hammer rock formation. The trail quickly turns into a collection of switchbacks to help you navigate the descent safely. Mind you, we did this hike with our 6-year-old, who is admittedly a pretty good hiker. This combination trail is close to 3 miles, and the only real challenge is the beginning and the end. The majority of the hike, once you get down into the amphitheater, is relatively flat with some moderate elevation changes. We probably wouldn't recommend this hike for kids with little to no hiking experience. What we loved about this trail is that the landscape is constantly changing. So you'll wander through some trees, pass through stone arches, and eventually come to the highlight of the trail, the Queen's Garden. If you still want the wow factor without the entire 3-mile hike, just hike down into the Queen's Garden and then head back up. Otherwise, just enjoy the views from the rim via the lookout points or by walking on the mostly flat rim trail. Before we sign off, we want to share with you a few other kid-friendly activities and one more family-friendly hike. The Hike the Hoodoos program is probably better suited for the older kids as it requires a minimum of 3 miles of hiking, but there is a reward in the end, so stop by the Visitor Center to learn more about this program. There are also ranger-led talks, evening programs, and guided walks throughout the year. Topics include geology, wildlife, astronomy, and more. Again, we encourage you to stop by the Visitor Center for the full range of programs taking place during your visit. High elevation, clean, dry air, and a lack of light pollution make Bryce Canyon one of the darkest places on Earth. So if you're visiting for more than just the day, you'll definitely want to schedule in some time for stargazing. Okay, on to our final recommended family-friendly hike. It requires a little bit of a detour away from the main attractions, so take a drive on State Road 12 and enjoy the scenic views along the way. Mossy Cave is a 0.8-mile hike where you'll walk among more colorful hoodoos as you make your way to a small waterfall and continue on to a rock overhang filled with dripping moss, or icicles if you're visiting in the winter. So that's our take on visiting Bryce Canyon with kids. If you want to see more awesome family-friendly travel videos, subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other content. We feature a lot of great outdoor adventures and road trip destinations.